what? I need to be loose. Woman, thou art loose. And then step 3. You need to have communication in the spiritual realm. Say what's happening to you. Be able to talk about it. These are what my temptations are. This is what I'm feeling. This is how I feel. And why are you doing all of this? Because there's nothing that's happening in this physical world that didn't first manifest itself in the spiritual world. God said, let there be light, and there was light. Happening in the spiritual and manifesting itself in the physical. They both play hand in hand. What did the devil say? You got a hedge around Job. You blessing everything he touched. It's the exact same thing. This is why Job is rich in the physical world. So what am I trying to tell you? I'm trying to tell you is in marriage, it's a spiritual world. It's a spiritual family that you married into. It's some things you gotta bind in the spirit to fix the physical. It's some things you gotta loose in the spirit to fix the physical. It's some things you gotta come into agreement on in the spirit to fix the physical. And lo and behold, there's some things you and your husband or you and your wife gotta pray for and fast about in the spirit to fix the physical. That's the best advice I give to you. And if all else fail, at very least, communicate about what's happening to you spiritually. Remember now, you don't have a Susie, you don't have no gay lovers, you don't have none of that mess. Drinking, the smoking, you need to understand, what is this demon? What is going on? What is this temptation that you can't deal with? And that's what we gotta pray about, and that's what we gotta fast about. That one call over. Don't make no sense hating Susie, hating the sweetheart, or hating when your husband go to the bar for him and row and all. That ain't help. Don't make no sense searching through his phone. Don't get stress you out. You gotta go to the spiritual realm to fix the physical marriage. Now I won't call over Obama, so I ain't talk about marriage no more. God, I pray you bless us, God, protect us, help us in all things, the Heavenly Father, to put God first, to understand that we as spirits, the Heavenly Father, we simply live in a body. In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
The views expressed on this program are not the views of ZNS TV 13 and, by extension, the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition, Bahamian female icons remembered, water supply in Eleuthera restored, attempted suicide at sea. In sports, Hero World Tour just days away. The Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition starts now. Good Sunday evening. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. I'm Desmond Saunders. Thank you so much for tuning in. Accelerating equity, equality, and empowerment of women and girls. The theme of the nationally celebrated Women's Week, a service at Bethel Baptist Church attended by spouse of the Prime Minister, Anne-Marie Davis, Minister of Social Services, Honorable Miles LaRota, and Minister of State for Social Services, the Honorable Lisa Ramming, kicking off the week of events. Our Antoinette Smith at the service as a number of government agencies gathered to honor women's suffrage movement icon.
61 years to the date, a decades-long fight came to an end. For the very first time in Bahamian history, ballots were cast by women and added to the count, a feat made possible by several determined suffragists on whose shoulders we stand.
We recognize the sacrifices and contributions of the leading suffragists, Mary Ingram, Mabel Walker, Georgina Simonet, Eugenia Lockhart, and your very own Dame Doris Johnson.
Their sacrifices were counted at a Sunday morning church service to launch National Women's Week, this year celebrated under the theme Accelerating Equity, Equality, and Empowerment of Women and Girls.
Since gaining the right to vote, women have excelled holding key positions in the public and private sector. we are proud of the achievement of our women who stand on the shoulders of the trailblazing matriarchs. Despite the accomplishments the women have made, greater efforts are needed toward the achievement of equity, equality, and empowerment.
Officials pausing to lay a wreath at the grave of Dame Dr. Doris Johnson, the first woman appointed to the Senate, the first woman leader government business in the Senate, the first woman to hold a cabinet position, and most importantly, a suffragette. Her life a reminder that the proverbial glass ceilings are never out of reach. Women's Week is set to continue with a number of educational initiatives, training sessions hosted by CEDAW, and a women's empowerment forum scheduled for Thursday at Breezes Resort. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Antoine Smith.
In news from the crime beat, investigations underway into 2 overnight armed robberies. The first incident occurred on Carmichael Road around 11:40 p.m. where a female was robbed of her white Nissan Note by an armed male. The second incident unfolding Saturday night on Boyd Road where a gunman entered a business establishment and robbed employees of an undisclosed amount of cash. He escaped on foot. Anyone with information about these robberies is asked to contact the Criminal Investigations Department at 502-9991. Police also investigating an attempted suicide on board a major cruise line. Reports say a 16-year-old male passenger jumped 3 floors down from the cruise ship's balcony. He sustained injuries to the head and has been airlifted to the United States to seek additional medical attention. He was listed in serious condition. Well, it seems like water supply near Eleuthera has been fully restored just hours after a mechanical failure at a desalination plant in Bogue, North Eleuthera, halted water production for thousands of consumers Saturday. In a statement, the Water and Sewage Corporation said the necessary repairs have been completed at the facility and water supply has been restored since Saturday afternoon. The Water and Sewage Corporation apologizes to affected consumers and are asking residents for their continued patience as work continues to get their transmission and distribution systems fully operational. As part of the country's Golden Jubilee Independence celebrations, supreme honors will be conferred on outstanding Bahamians who've made outstanding contributions towards the growth and development of the country. The special Golden Jubilee Awards taking place tomorrow, Monday.
Have given service to the Bahamas, which has been exemplified in visionary and pioneering leadership, extraordinary achievement, and attainment of the highest excellence, which has rebounded to the honor of our country.
Secretary to the Advisory Committee, Peter DeVoe Isaacs, explains how the honorees were selected.
These represent people who have really made the Bahamas and created our identity as Bahamians.
Well, still to come in the weekend edition, Able Hands organization assisting the community this Thanksgiving season. Details of that and more after the break.
Do you hear that? That's Junkunoo. And that means that the Boxing Day and New Year's Day Junkunoo parades are right around the corner. Don't get left behind. Make sure to book your ads in the live ZNS broadcast of the Junkunoo parades, the most professional coverage of our national art form. Call the ZNS sales office today at 502-3800. Ask for the special Junkunoo advertising package and be a part of Junkunoo on the ZNS TV network.
Food, I believe, is so important. It's the most important thing for survival. So eggs is a no-brainer. The more we can produce, this business would really begin to, like my son say, make a mark here in Eleuthera. When I heard about this grant that SBDC was offering, I said, oh my gosh, this is my opportunity, because we always thought about chickens. We pray, please let us get this grant. I have an opportunity to make my business better because of what they did for me. At some point, I want the Bahamas to no longer have to import eggs, because I believe we need to move towards sustainability. We need to move towards a place where we can truly feed ourselves, this business would really begin to make a mark here in Eleuthera and hopefully the Bahamas as a whole.
Good to grow, keeping you in the know, keeping you in the know. God, it's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow.
Each Sunday, the Bon Vivant's Bar and Cafe comes alive with a pop-up market that draws both locals and tourists to indulge in the vibrant atmosphere. The market showcases an array of fresh, locally grown products sourced from the bountiful Chickcharney farms, creating a bustling hub of activity in the area.
Because it's seasonal, whatever is available during that time is really what we bring to market. So today you will find stuff like avocados that are still in season, papayas, soursop, which is rare for this time of year, but we still do have some in season, and those are highly sought after. For locals, Joan Plum is also a very highly sought after product that we have today. Then we also do a lot of homemade sauces, hummuses, dips, pestos. We also offer that. We offer local organic chickens and eggs. We also offer a variety of leafy greens. So you find everything from spinach, arugula, kale, all of that stuff available and on display here today.
That's Chickcharney Farms CEO Shavara Roca Enius, who says over the years, customers who frequent the market have become more like family. She also tells us what her crowd favorites are.
We build actually a following around local juices. So we use like fruit and we infuse them with coconut water. So just based on antioxidants, to give people more antioxidants. One of the most favorite things we find here is the hummuses. People actually come specifically for those. They pick up 3 or 4 at a time, different flavors. The hummus is highly sought after. Around this time of year too, the leafy greens are very sought after. People are, incorporate leafy kale, arugula, spinach into their diet. So we find that those are very highly sought after as well.
Lydia Hammer, a regular at the pop-up market, says Chickcharney Farms' good products and wonderful service keeps her coming back.
They create new product, and there are endless imagination in preparing food, and not only selling food, but selling, vegetable and fruit, but also preparing it.
She also shares what she'll be cooking this week from the market.
So, for example, with the eggplant, I will slice them thin, bathe them with a little bit of olive oil and maybe a tiny bit of garlic and put it in the oven. With the pumpkin, I will definitely do a pumpkin soup. Probably ginger, onion, seasoning. With the chicken, I will roast it because it's nice.
Enius says she and her husband started doing pop-up markets since 2016 to make up for not having a storefront. Fast forward to today, and she says this has helped her business tremendously.
This is how our clients get to us. And so this is where they can come and purchase outside of us making deliveries to their home or their offices, and they get to interact with us. They get to ask us questions. As you can see, this morning was very vibrant. People were hugging because we're like at the start of our season. So it's good to be back, and we're very excited about this season.
So if this piqued your interest, check out the pop-up market for yourself this and every Sunday at Bon Vivant's. Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Leah Cooper.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Well, thank you so much for staying with us. A special treat for scores of residents on Christie Park who received 250 Thanksgiving meals thanks to the Able Hands nonprofit organization. The organization's 4th annual Thanksgiving Give Back, bringing together residents from Chippingham, Baintown, and the wider community. 50 seniors given special honors. In addition to hot meals, attendees were surprised by a number of performers, including the Eva Hilton Primary School Wake and Scrape Band, the organization's founder, Ann McCoy Minnis.
Bahamians are residual persons. These are some trying times, and as a non-profit, even for myself, as you go out to the various sponsors, persons are going through. And to the fact that they believe in me and want to give me the opportunity to help other persons, I'm happy with that. But to the fact that when we walk about and we talk with the older folks, they were excited. We even had some persons out of the community who donated sodas and water. So persons want to do things within their community.
scores of residents from the Christian community packed the New Mount Zion Baptist Church, Blue Hill Road South, to celebrate the work of former banking executive, civic leader, and pastor of the New Mount Zion Baptist Church, Reverend Alfred Stewart, who is celebrating his 14th pastoral anniversary. Stewart humbled over the milestone. He hopes his life's work continues to impact the country.
I've been wearing a couple different hats over the years. Pretty active in the work of ministry. We here at New Mount Zion, we believe in going beyond the norm of preaching the word, but so we also become involved in the community, serving the community in a number of ways, and we continue to do that. And that's been a tremendous blessing for us. As far as my other activities, as you're aware, I've been very much involved in the referendums we had. There were but 5 pastors of us who've led that initiative, and we give God thanks for the outcome. I primarily try to be an example.
With hopes of reaching their goal of $60,000, the Greater Chippingham Church of God hosting a fundraising event on Saturday, exhibiting the various islands and cultures within their church. Surrenders from Cat Island, Andros, and Grand Bahama were among those contributing with food tents. Assistant Pastor Michelle Rose says donations are also welcomed as the funds will aid in church repairs.
We have some major repairs that we have to do for our church, as well as install a new air conditioning system. So the vision came to us to have our All Nations Expo. This is our first one, and what we've done, we've encapsulated all of the various nations and islands within our church, which includes Haiti, Africa, we have Canada, and we have all of the family islands entangled in that, and Jamaica, of course, is a part of that. We're accepting the donations because in order to install a new central air conditioner for our church is over $60,000+. We have major renovations that we want to do to our restrooms, and so there's a whole lot of stuff going on, and so we've come together to do that so that we can help ourselves while we accept donations from all the various corporations around the islands and the Bahama Islands in order for them to sow into the ministry.
A local label gearing up to host its highly anticipated Christmas market. Founder of popular brand Aya's Bahamian Bay, Cassie Knowles, hosting the 3rd annual Tingsmas Market. It's a Bahamian holiday themed event which will see some 50 small businesses gathering at Collins House on December 3rd to showcase their Christmas offerings. Founder Cassie Knowles.
It's just a fun space for the small businesses, and it's like very Bahamian centric. So this year we're going to have a lot of different aspects of Bahamian language stationed in different areas of the pop-up market. So you really walk into the space being like, wow, like we're seeing these words in real time, in real space for the first time, instead of just like hearing these words. So it's very interactive space as well with Bahamian culture.
In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on X, TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook.
Janae's Chesapeake Road Christmas Wonderland is open under the Big Tent. Get your Christmas trees in pink, frosted, green, or white in a variety of sizes. Musical Christmas LED and laser lights, a large variety of tree ornaments, lighted angels and Santa tree toppers, bright and lively colored Christmas balls in all sizes, garlands, wreaths, tree skirts, stockings, and lots more. Add flowers, picks, and decorative mesh to brighten up your home or office this holiday season. And don't forget the toys at Janae's Chesapeake Road. Check our selections online at www.janaes.com.
Do you hear that? That's Junkunoo. And that means that the Boxing Day and New Year's Day Junkunoo parades are right around the corner. Don't get left behind. Make sure book your ads in the live ZNS broadcast of the Junkunoo parades, the most professional coverage of our national art form. Call the ZNS sales office today at 502-3800. Ask for the special Junkunoo advertising package and be a part of Junkunoo on the ZNS TV network. It's
got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Before teens get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
ZNS Total Sports brought to you by Sans Beer, who reminds you to recycle your beer bottles for cash in Nassau, Grand Bahama, and now Abaco and Eleuthera.
Welcome to your Sunday Sports, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports news. Major news from the golf world with the Hero World Tour set to begin next week, Thursday, over at the Albany Resort. It was revealed that tournament founder Tiger Woods is expected to make his return to competitive golfing during the event. Woods has not played a professional round since the Masters of this year, where he withdrew after a cold, wet, and windy third round. Woods cited issues with his foot and ankle. He subsequently had surgery on his ankle a few weeks later. Woods will tee it up with most of the top players on the PGA Tour, including U.S. Open champ Wyndham Clark, British Open winner Brian Harman, and FedEx Cup winner Victor Hovland. The tournament will run from November 30th to December 3rd. The purse set at just over $3 million. The Baha Hoops Nassau Championship currently underway over at the Baha Resort. University of Chicago, Illinois Flames taking on the UNC Greensboro Spartans. Both teams with impressive runs to the title game. UIC would knock off the George Washington Colonels 89-79 to get to the title game, while UNC Greensboro would make short work of the Delaware Hens 88-77. Full scores for you in tomorrow's Sportscast. And still in the Thanksgiving spirit, local throwing club Triple Threat Throws hosting community breakfast give back on Saturday at St. Joseph's Church on Boyd Road. We caught up with head coach Kyle Higgs, who spoke about the inspiration for the initiative.
So today was our inaugural community service and give back event. We decided to partner with St. Joseph's Catholic Church as well as Persis Rogers to do a bit of a give back and to assist St. Joseph's with their soup kitchen. So today we served about 200 people with breakfast, tuna, sausage, corned beef and grits, and rice as well. And we collected about 300 canned goods, which we will dispatch between St. Joseph's Catholic Church and Persis Rogers. So helping two well-established entities in the community at one time. So that's really what Triple Threat is about. We are not just about creating student athletes and successful throwers, but we're about creating better people that will give back to our community and build our nation.
That's when we look at your sports on this Sunday. A check on weather when we return.
ZNS Total Sports brought to you by Sans Beer, who reminds you to recycle your beer bottles for cash in Nassau, Grand Bahama, and now Abaco and Eleuthera.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
With the help of our authorized financial institutions, or AFIs, using sand dollars is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Step 1. Identify your preferred AFI by browsing their websites or contacting them directly. Step 2. Download the free mobile application from Google Play or the Apple Store and then register for a Sand Dollar account. Step 3. Load money onto your mobile app and begin sending and receiving Sand Dollars or purchasing and selling goods and services.
We are pleased to be
your central bank approved
digital wallet providers. It does not matter
which of us you choose.
You can pay for goods and services
wherever Sand Dollar is accepted.
We are all in this together.
Visit sanddollar.bs for more information.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Hello, everyone. This is Tony Williams back with a special promotion from BahamasAir.com and GoGo Florida. The $100 deposit is back, but it's only on your debit card. So whether you're renting that sedan, SUV, or spacious minivan for group or family trips, keep your cash in your pocket. Only Dollar Thrifty is making it convenient for you. Your $100 deposit held on your debit card. Available at Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach, and Orlando. Book early and save your 8-passenger minivan for your holiday shopping spree.
Welcome to a world of art, a world of entertainment, and a kaleidoscope of cultural expression. It's a new season of A&E Showcase. Allow us to take you on a journey and introduce you to the talented artists, musicians, and creatives who share their incredible stories. A&E Showcase. Watch it on the ZNS Network this fall.
I can see it. I can feel it. Grand Bahama, the bounce back. You have a clear vision.
Yeah.
What is it that you hope this show will do for the island of Grand Bahama and indeed the people here on this northern island?
It will do exactly what bad news does. It will reverse that and let people know that all hope is not lost.
In the person of the Honorable Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis, right? He's doing an excellent job.
I'm seeing major hotels. I'm seeing large cultural shows.
It's time for us to actually invest before we can ask someone to invest.
There's a greater good, and there is something bigger than me and you.
What does disability look like? In a busy airport terminal? At the check-in counter? At security checkpoints? Or even in baggage claim? Passengers with hidden disabilities often go unnoticed. Globally, 1 in 7 persons have some form of a disability. 80% of those disabilities are non-visible. In an airport environment, workers are often unaware of hidden physical, mental, or neurological disabilities that some passengers live with. This can lead to frustration and a less than ideal travel experience. So, how do we make the invisible more visible? At LPIA, we've implemented the Sunflower Lanyard program. The lanyards are visual cues for airport workers to immediately identify passengers who might need additional assistance. NAD is teaming up with the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities and key stakeholders at LPIA to launch the internationally recognized initiative. We're joining more than 180 airports and 26 countries already in the program. NAD is the first organization in the Bahamas to recognize the Sunflower Initiative. It's a way to show our continued commitment to making LPIA a safe, welcoming, and inclusive airport for all. Passengers needing to secure a free Sunflower lanyard can email sunflower@nas.bs or call 1242-397-8600. For more information, visit www.nassauLPIA.com.
Time now for a check on tonight's weather forecast. Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean joins us in studio with the latest temperatures, more cool temperatures. Basil, in the forecast.
There's a front system on the way. We're going to talk about that in just a short while, but right now we have just a few clouds outside of our studios, and that too will change overnight. Low temperature, current temperature, I should say, at 78 degrees. The relative humidity just around 83%. East-southeast winds at 5 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,014.3 millibars. That is 29.95 inches. And your temperatures around the Family Violence this evening. Marshall, Abaco, 80 degrees, and Green Toll Key, 81. 81 also in Freeport, Grand Grand Bahama, the Berry Islands at 82. Alistown, Bimini, 80 degrees. 80 also in Harbour Island and Roxanne, Eleuthera, and that extends right into Fresh Creek, Central Andros as well. 80s again in Otterstown, Cat Island, Black Point, Exuma, Kemp Space, St. Andrews reporting 82 degrees, and we pick up some more 80s in San Salvador and in Rumkey, Georgetown, Exuma. They at 82 degrees, 84s in Ragged Island, Clarence Sound, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Megwan, 82, Ackles, 82, Matitani, Nagua, 84, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 82 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight in the northwestern islands, south to southwest winds, the speeds around 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Tide-wise, it's going to be low at 56 minutes past midnight in the central and southeastern islands. Southeasterly flow at 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights at 2 to 4 feet. Now tomorrow, Monday, in the northwestern parts of our country, southwest to west winds, 10 to 15 knots, wave heights 2 to 4 feet. The high tide will take place at 7:21 in the morning, with your low tide occurring at 1:52 in the afternoon. For the central and southeastern islands, no change in those winds. They remain out of the southeast at 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. And then we take a look at our satellite pictures, and you can see there's that frontal boundary now across Florida, but there's a pre-frontal trough that's making its way across the northwest Bahamas, and that will fire up 1 or 2 showers during the course of tonight and tomorrow as the front itself continue to advance towards the south and east. Partly cloudy conditions tonight with a couple of showers, mainly early, and then turning humid with a low temperature of 75 degrees. And tomorrow, partly sunny and humid once again with a high temperature of 83. And your extended weather forecast, we're going to show you lots of sunshine during the daytime, and that will continue pretty much through the 7-day cycle, save for 1 or 2 periods of brief showers which will occur as that frontal system goes through. And then we'll start to have some very nice temperatures as of Tuesday. Temperatures during the daytime in the 70s, can you believe it? Right into the middle part of the week, taking us into Thursday, where we'll see a slight warmer trend taking place, carrying us into the weekend. Desmond.
Well, looking pretty good, Basil. That does it for the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. We thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for watching and good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
This is 21st century. Our resident voice cries